The philosopher who stated that a state is better governed which has but few laws, and those laws strictly observed. Knowledge will give you power, but character, respect.
It is a characteristic of a good governance that means information are freely accessible. It is a characteristic of a good governance that means everyone can directly or indirectly partake in governmental processes. It is a characteristic of a good governance that means there's impartiality of the legal framework and full protection of human rights and dignities. It is a characteristic of a good governance that means the service to all stakeholders with a reasonable time frame. It is a characteristic of a good governance that means everyone can directly or indirectly partake in governmental processes. Vincent believes that all should have freedom of speech. What political ideology does he aim to have? Type of government that kings and queens owns all of the lands. If a society is to become communist, which of the following must be removed? Which of the following characteristics best represents fascism? Elmer believes that it is the duty of any government to ensure that every person's right to live, to own property, and to enjoy freedom within the bounds of the law. This makes Elmer an advocate of which ideology? The following policies fall within the domain of the socialist agenda, except _. Montero believes that the best way to achieve economic development is the restoration and preservation of traditional values, which is the foundation of social stability. Montero's belief represents which ideology? The book of law or provisions that serves as the foundation of our democracy today. The President of the Philippines, who declared martial law in 1972 that allowed him to exercise extraordinary powers and effectively suspend civil liberties in the country. A group of rich and elite members of Filipino community who are able to study abroad. Which of the following is an example of coercive power? What authority is based on the personal qualities of the individual who wields power? What do you call the power of the government to acquire private property for public use? What do you call the power of the government that is used to regulate public activities such as traffic control, environmental protection, and public health and safety? It is mandated by the Constitution to investigate cases of alleged abuses by government officials/employees. The most evident example of abuse of power in government in which the authority or influence is used for private interest. This is a form of political corruption where an official uses public funds for his or her personal gain. Refers to the inhabitant of the state. It is a branch of public functions that evaluate laws of the country. A presidential authority to declare militarization if rebellion threatens the welfare of the state.